Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name is Adelina, and I make videos about living in my tiny house on wheels and living a more intentional life. And I make videos about my self-converted ProMaster van, which I bought last year during the pandemonium in 2021, and I have converted it to a camper van in a minimal sort of self-build. One of the things that I have wanted since I started my build was a little bit of overhead storage in the bed area. Now I have, let me just show you. Now I have this wire storage unit, drawer unit. It works really well. Underneath it is my furnace, and above it becomes kind of a night table. I keep my little Jackery there, I think it's a 150 or 160 that I use for charging my phone at night and things like that. And that works really well for big items, but I do kind of want a space for my socks and underwear, t-shirts, things like that. So I was on Facebook, one of the Facebook forums a while back, and I saw that somebody had this really cool idea of using pet carriers as sort of soft-sided overhead storage. They had posted a picture of some that you can buy professionally made, that the ones that they showed were for Sprinter vans, and they were quite long and deep, and they opened at the front so that you could access all of your clothes, and they were quite expensive. I think they were like $500 or $600. So when I saw that somebody had then had the idea to use a pet carrier instead, a couple of pet carriers instead, I thought that was kind of a brilliant idea. They had mounted them to either the existing metal framing of the van, or they had attached the straps to the framing, and it looked really great idea. So what I did was I searched online and I found a couple of pet carriers that I thought might work, that were not overly big, but big enough that you could fit some stuff into. And I ordered 2 of them to see how they would work. And they are in. And then afterwards, I started to think about what else might work in that space, because I wanted to give you guys some options, and I wanted to see what would work best for me. So then what I found was this long storage piece that is nylon, or that is fabric, and it's meant for putting in your trunk or behind a bench seat or something like that in your vehicle. And it has multiple pouches in it. And it's not quite as deep, so it won't fit as much, but I thought to myself, maybe that would be better, because I don't know how much room I want whatever storage I put in there to take up. So I have them both now. The second one arrived today, and I wanted to show you them, and I wanted to test them both and see which one I liked, and then let you know which one I chose, because I think that one of them is definitely going to work better than the other. I want to test both and just give you some ideas of what you can do if you are converting a minivan, a cargo van like I did with the ProMaster, any vehicle. You want places to store things. I think that that's obviously pretty important. And like I say, this unit works really well. So I don't need a ton, and that will probably inform the decision that I make for you when you are deciding what you're going to put in yours. You might need more storage and therefore make a different decision. I'm going to show you what I got. We're going to try them both out, and then you guys can let me know down below which one you would choose, which one would work best for your build. So the second option that I ordered that I want to test out is stuff in the bag. I don't know if this will work, but hold on, let me show you. So here's my thoughts on maybe some storage for clothing up here. I bought 2 of these pet carriers. What somebody did that I saw on Facebook is they bought a couple of these pet carriers that open from the front, and they strapped them on. I think they had some wood framing, but you could easily strap these on. Let me get up here and sort of show you. So, yeah, what they wanted to do was basically strap them up here, and then you would have two of these up here, one here, and I guess one here, because there's some braces here, so you'd want to tuck it behind. So I guess the other one would be up here. Now that could be a great idea, but they do stick out quite a bit. But that might work, especially if they sat on here, and you could strap them in, and then you could just get your clothes in and out on there. So that's number one strategy. And if they don't work, I'll keep one of these anyways because Sophie needs a carrier. The second option is this little contraption that I found on Amazon, and it's meant to go behind a bench seat in, I guess, a van or pickup or something like that, or in your trunk. But what I thought about this was that it could be perfect because it doesn't come out as far, probably about 6 inches deep. And it wouldn't fit as much, but I don't need a ton of storage. But this would go I guess you would just sort of strap it in here. You put additional straps as needed. And then basically, you would put your stuff in there. Stuff like, oh, I don't know. I don't have stuff to put in there right now. But there's Velcro on the top. And there's pouches. 3 pouches, so you can put your socks, your underwear, some t-shirts, that sort of stuff in here. What I like about this is that it doesn't stick out as much as one of these because these are so deep. And this could be perfect, actually. Let me find some stuff to put in there so we can see what it looks like when it's got stuff in. All right, I just went and grabbed a few clothes just so we can get a sense of how it looks like with clothes inside. Got a couple pairs of jeans that I'm just going to roll up. I'll probably put my jeans in the big bag. Well, honestly, I'd probably put my jeans in the drawer unit, but let's just see what it looks like when it's got a bunch of stuff in it. Okay. 2 pairs of jeans, maybe some workout gear in there, and clothes are up. Like it. Some t-shirts. We could put those in here. And over here. I think that that's perfect. It stays because you can tighten up those straps really well, but if you wanted to, you could clip that up there. But it's perfect. It doesn't block the window when I have the curtains open and the window open for fresh air. It doesn't stick out so far, which is why I think this one is a good idea if you want a lot of storage. Because I have that drawer unit that's right underneath the camera, I don't need as much storage for clothes, but I think for t-shirts, socks, underwear, things like that, workout gear, stuff that, the smaller stuff, you could easily put this here. You could also put camera gear, like all sorts of stuff in here. And I think this, while really a cool idea, especially because you can open it up from the front and see everything that's in there. And let's face it, these you have to be sort of up here to get your clothes. But I'll grab my clothes when I get up in the morning anyways. This would be a great idea, mounted in place of traditional wood overhead cupboards, if that's what you wanted. I don't need anything too big here, and I really don't want it to stick out too far. They actually fit quite a bit. I could fit a couple more pairs of jeans in here if I wanted to, or some shorts, or bigger items, and then smaller items in these. And I like that there's Velcro closure to keep things tidy, and it was really cheap. So I will link it down below. I will also link these down below if this is an idea that you want to go with, because you could easily, with these buckles here, either zip tie to framing or put some straps, some secure straps, whatever you wanted. I don't think I need one over my head. I realized that I tested that one actually on the wall, and I didn't test the pet carrier actually on the wall. So I'm going to test it out. I'm going to put it up right here. I'm going to use zip ties so we can see how that will work and how it will look. Let's just see, where will I strap this in? I can strap it there and there. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, let's just get one side in. These things are always easier with two hands, but I don't have a lovely assistant today, so we'll do it myself. Okay, I'll leave that loose until I get the second one in. Right. That actually goes in there really well. Hold on a sec. I do want to keep the handles in case I ever want to use them for pet carriers or something else. We'll leave the handles on, so I'm not going to cut them off. I'll tuck them back there. But yeah, there you go. And then up here, I can put socks, underwear, just small things like t-shirts, stuff like that for clothing. And I think that would work really well there. I don't want those here because they would stick out farther than I want them. However, I think they would work great here as well. So if you want to build in overhead storage in your bed area and you don't want to have to think about framing anything in carpentry, those would be fantastic. If you just need a little bit of storage for some things, because like I said, like I showed you guys, I have that drawer unit. This is going to be perfect here. You saw how fast that was to install. It really doesn't get much easier than that. So there you go, guys. I thought the video was done, and then I thought I should show you what the pet carriers look like installed, and lo and behold, I actually really like them. I think they look really good, and because they're a lighter color, they don't stand out. And my goodness, was that an easy fix? I mean, over time, I'll let you guys know how they stand up, but I'm not putting anything heavy duty in there. So it will be lighter things, bread, cereal, things like that, rice, dried goods for cooking and for eating. And then also like camera gear and stuff can go in there, and then clothes and stuff in here. Well, there you go. This video turned out differently than I expected it to. I knew that I would like one better than the other, but I didn't realize I'd like them both for different reasons and in different areas. So I'm really glad that really glad that I actually tested the pet carriers up on the wall and right there, because they look fantastic. So okay, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying safe. Remember, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. I love you, and I'll see you next Sunday.